What's up, guys? All right, today we're going to talk about working with Kodi on your Amazon Fire Stick, specifically if it's loaded with one of the builds from the Harley Quinn Wizard. So let's get into it. So we're on the Amazon home screen, and we're just going to click into Kodi. If it's the first time that Kodi's been opened and first time it's seen the internet in quite a while or ever, sometimes take a little bit for all the updates to happen, and the updates tend to happen in the background, so you may not see them happening. But in the first 5-10 minutes, if you have a problem navigating around, it's probably because it's updating. So you may just want to leave it alone for a little bit. One of the first screens that's going to pop up is FTG maintenance. Well, let's talk about this screen since it's on the front right now. So this is Harley Quinn Wizard sending you messages, whether there's a new update available or whatever. We need to send you whatever information we need to send you. This is how we're going to do it. So this message specifically is for the August build that just was loaded a couple days ago. And in that message is some of the changes that happened. Also, you notice on the bottom, there's a coupon for August for 10% off any purchases made directly through the website. So after you've read it and you feel like you don't need that information anymore, you are free to dismiss it. If I send a new message, you will still get the new message. This just dismisses this one particular message. So I'm going to dismiss it. FTG maintenance. This is the automated maintenance system. When there's too many files found on your device, it's going to ask you to delete them. If it's an FTG maintenance, I always recommend deleting them. All right, cool. Let's get into the fun stuff. So I am working on a second generation Amazon Fire Stick, and we are actually working on the August build. If you go to the update build area, down to the right, you'll see August. That means you currently have the August build installed on your device. Android apps, this is all the way to the right. Some external Android apps that we install along with Kodi. You can access them directly through here. Let's do HQ. Let's do ModBro first. ModBro is an external app that we like for live TV. You will probably have to accept terms the first time, and you may even have to update it. Doesn't seem to be asking me for an update right now, but it probably will in a second. Anyway, I'm not going to play anything. I don't want to get any copyright issues, but for live TV, this is a great option. Got loads of channels on it. And if you want to narrow it down a little bit, if you want just the news channels, you can go into the news section. If you want just the sports channels, tons of options in here. You do need to know what's playing at that time. Box Nation's even on here. Some of the pay-per-view boxing events are hosted here as well. They have all kinds of stuff in here. Also, up in the top corner here, the little magnifying glass, you can use as a search function. So if you're looking for HBO, it'll give you all the HBO channels or stuff that's like that. Spanish. Back out a little bit. Let's back out one more. If you go up here into the menu bar, categories, I guess that's just going to do it the way we had it. settings. You want to select it by language. All right, so that's Mod Pro. I'm going to skip ahead to one right quick. Under the live TV section, you will see a second Mod Pro. This one can actually be played inside of Kodi, and it's set in alphabetical order. So a little different, pulls the same streams, but these will give you all the channels in alphabetical order. Pretty cool. It's a new addition we just put in August. So Android apps, we've also got Showbox, Troyer TV, Newest Movies HD, Mouse Toggle. Mouse Toggle, I'll show you this real quick. For specifically Showbox, you do need access to a mouse. If you don't have a mouse installed, you can go into the Mouse Toggle app. And once you're in this app, if you just hit the little pause or play button, middle button, bottom row, it'll pull up a mouse function, and then you can navigate using that. So it's double click to activate it, and then double click it again, should make it go away. So like I said, for some apps like Showbox, it does require a mouse to make it function correctly. That's enough there. Live TV, local news by state is pretty cool. I live in Texas, so we're going to go to Texas. So Channel 4 always actually works pretty good. If the news is on, it'll play. If it's not on, it's not going to play. But play with that. It's an interesting addition, and it works pretty well. Nothing inside of Kodi is perfect. Absolutely nothing. It's pretty damn good, but it's not perfect. Stream codes. Get in. I'm going to do a different video on that. I'm going to talk about that. USA channels. There are lots of live TV functions or options. They're not all perfect, but we put the ones that we feel works the best on here. If it says slow to load, just click it and give it a couple minutes. TV shows and movies. This is how most people tend to use Kodi. If you use Kodi like you would Netflix to watch recorded movies and recorded TV shows, this is pretty cool. So I'm going to go into Elysium. It's the one I've been using lately. Please also note that these shortcuts on the front page or here can change and update to update as things are working better. I'll put them on the front page. As they stop working well, I will take them off. Covenant is a new one. Picasso's a new one. Salt's been around for a while. Poseidon's new. Maverick's been around. Genesis Reborn. Yeah. 123 Movies. Right now, 123 Movies doesn't seem to work well under TV shows, but it does work well under movies. So let's do movies for right now. Let's just take a peek at how to work it. So you'll notice here that it's in list form. If you just click the cursor to the left, you'll bring up that sidebar, and you can actually change the way that you view that menu. You can change this in pretty much every menu. Different options depending on the add-on. So new movies, popular. Let's just go into popular. Popular is going to be what most people are watching. Again, I really don't like looking at lists. I like looking at pictures. That's the way I am. So once you find a movie that you want to watch, just go ahead and click it. And it's preparing the sources. Basically, it's locating all the servers that are going to hold this movie. And if you notice the little columns at the top, right under the word Elysium, where it says right now 22193, it's found 41080, 720, and 247 standard definition. So personally, I just picked the first one. One thing that I do like about Elysium is if the first one doesn't work, it'll just automatically try to play the second one until it finds one that plays, and it's usually pretty quick. Like I said, I'm not going to play anything here today because I don't want to get any copyright issues. So, cool. So we're going to back out. We're still in Elysium, but we're looking at the other categories. Featured, popular, new movies, top rated. I think this is going to be pulled from IMDb, like their 200 top rated movies in theaters. Obviously, it's going to be the stuff that's in theaters right now. Marvel, Oscar winners, Disney, genre, year. I do like searching for year quite a bit. If you're looking for something to watch, sifting through millions of movies or TV shows can be a little overwhelming. So sometimes just searching by year is a great option. So these are going to be all the movies that were released in 2017. So obviously most of the newer stuff. And in virtually every add-on, there is going to be a search function. Usually at the bottom, or you can do a search by people. So cool. So that's Elysium. That's how to work movies. We'll do TV shows real quick because there's one thing that I definitely want to show you, but for the most part, it works the same as movies. Again, we're going to do Elysium. Go ahead and play around with everybody. If they're on the front page, they should be working pretty well. So, again, you can see the way that they're organized. One thing that I really like is look at my network. I find myself a lot of times not having any idea what I want to watch. So I like to just see what's on the different channels. AMC, obviously Walking Dead, Return of the Walking Dead. It's going to HBO. Most of us know HBO and most of their shows on there. Again, I'm going to change this to icons. So these are all the shows that are on HBO right now, or sometime in the past, I guess. So we'll do Game of Thrones. Internet speed and processor speed kind of dictates the speed switching menu to menu. We got 7 seasons. I think the 3rd episode is coming out this weekend. So in this case, the ones that are in yellow are not on here yet. They're upcoming episodes. But these are the 2 that have aired so far this season. So same deal. We're going to click on it, and it's going to go ahead and find all the servers that are hosting this specific episode of Game of Thrones. Looks like it found at this point 1,720. The higher the quality, the higher the bandwidth it's going to be required to play it. So obviously it takes a little bit to find all the links. Looks like I found quite a few of them on this one. So same deal. I usually just pick the first one, and it'll find one to play. And I'm just using the backup button on the remote to navigate backwards. You can see that little working on the bottom. All right, Kodi locked up on us and kicked us out, so we're just going to launch back into it. All right, so we're back in. So where did we leave off? TV shows. I think I pretty much showed you enough there. Play around with all of them. One week, one will work better. 1 week, the next one will work better. Elysium's been pretty hot for a while, though. Movies, kids. I do have a couple new kids add-ons that were installed in the August build. Kong Kids, B99 TV. Bob's been around for a while. UK Turk's been around forever. Latin add-ons. Not doing separate builds anymore. All the builds have English and Spanish on them. In a later video, I'll show you how you can change some of the menus. So if you don't want to see a specific section, I'll show you a little bit later how you can do that. Sports. These are going to be the sports cuts for the sports shortcuts for the add-ons that do sports. Not much of a sports guy, so pretty much I'm going to let you guys kind of play around. I'll show you Sports Devil. They've been around for quite a while. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they suck. So we're going to click into Sports Devil. So favorites, those are going to be favorites that you created. I'll show you that a little bit later. Logs, highlights, live sports. Pretty much anything in sports you're going to want to watch live, I imagine. They do have some live TV options here as well. So live sports, we're going to go into live sports. And these are going to be basically the different websites that they pull from. I like First Row Sports, Dim Sports. They seem to be pretty solid. So I'll just kind of show you how one of them works. Today is the UFC 214. So now it's going to separate it into categories. American football. Football is obviously going to be soccer. Boxing, WWE, UFC. Let's go into this one. So realize they're gonna create the links even if the event is not on. But you're gonna see here, there's gonna be a number of different links for the UFC fight tonight. When it's live, if you want to watch it for free, try here. It's not going to be perfect, and the bigger the event, the harder time you're going to have watching it for free. Quality is going to be dependent on what it sends it to you and how your internet's doing. So that's just a quick tour of the sports aspect of it. Seem to be better about backing out now. Had a hard time in Elysium. Music. These guys obviously do music. Play around. Some of them do videos, whatnot. All in one. These guys do a little bit of everything. These add-ons they do a little bit of everything. Phoenix used to be in here, but I've not heard Phoenix coming back. May have been rebranded though. Let's check out Falcon. Falcon movies, stand-up comedy, shows, sports, no idea. Bob's one of my favorite. Sometimes when you go into the all-in-ones, they organize it kind of however they want to. Some of them have separate people, like TA Streams, TNPB. He used to be part of Phoenix Group. Hall used to be part of the Phoenix Group. Blue used to be part of the Phoenix Group. This is an add-on that split off from Phoenix 8 months ago, I'm guessing. Anyway, lots of cool stuff in here. Sometimes there are no shortcuts under movies or TV shows, but these guys do the same thing. So play around with it. Get used to the system. The system menu. This is a this area does a lot. One, for diagnosis for me, and two, you can access all the aspects of the Kodi device. Add-ons, I guess I'll just go in order. This is going to be specifically video add-ons. It's the shortcut to all the video add-ons. So these are all the video add-ons that are actually installed in your system. There are shortcuts, obviously, to a lot of these on the front page, but this is kind of the back way in. So you're going to find stuff in here that may not be on the front page anymore. They got taken off because they're not working well or whatever. Pro sports used to be awesome for watching American professional sports. It seems like they do better on certain, like last year they did great the beginning part of the football season, but then they started to suck. They did pretty good for most of the basketball season. I haven't checked them out lately. Like I said, I'm not much of a sports guy. But this is the back way in. Pyramid, I don't think I have any shortcuts on this, but I've heard good things about this add-on. I guess let me show you this real quick. So anytime you're highlighted over one of these guys, if you use the 3-line button on the remote and you go to the information, you can configure it. You can do different things with it. You can update it, although auto update is set on most things. If auto update is not set, there's a reason I've turned it off. So if you update something that's not meant to be updated, you could have problems with your system. Just be aware of that. I'm not going to get into this too much. All right, add-on browser. These are going to be, this is going to access all your add-ons. Most of us are using this for video add-ons, but game add-ons, look and feel, this is going to be the skins, music, pictures, don't really use it, subtitles, all kinds of stuff. So most of the stuff you guys probably never get into. Programs, these are going to be the program add-ons. Program add-ons are going to be like the wizard maintenance, Cobra app installer, some of the artwork, that kind of deal. Paradox Wizard, Harley Quinn Wizard. This is what I use to keep y'all updated. Settings menu. This is basically going to take you to the settings menu inside of Kodi. More for advanced users. Kodi speed test. If you're having a problem watching something and you're not sure if it's a problem on your end, run the Kodi speed test. This changed a little bit in the last update. I'm just using a different speed test. I just like this one better. I like the look of it a little bit better. Right now it's testing the ping. Ping is how quick just a small piece of information is sent back from wherever they're pinging it. So this is testing the download speed right now. For the most part, this is the most important speed on your system. It's how fast you're downloading or watching a video, I guess. So mine's 82. Anything over 20, and I tell most people you're golden. You shouldn't have any issues with it. I still have some success at lower speeds, 5 megs a second, 7 megs a second. If you're getting 1 or 2 megs a second, you're definitely going to experience some problems. So here it gave the assessment of my internet speed, 82.79 down, upload 20. So my internet speed, what Spectrum is selling me, is 350 megs a second. But at the Fire Stick, I'm only getting 82. That can partially be because it's an Amazon Fire Stick. It's an inexpensive device, so their internet part of it, their internet hardware is not the best of the best, obviously. Can be distance to your Wi-Fi router. Can be things blocking it. Always use the 3-inch HDMI connection when you're using an Amazon Fire Stick. It'll pick up on the internet a little bit better. If you have a smart TV, I've actually seen speeds as low as like 2 megabytes a second without the 3-inch HDMI adapter, and like 70 megs a second when they use it. So definitely use it. Also helps keep the unit cool. So we're going to close out of that. File manager, if you're going to add new add-ons, you're probably going to need access to the file manager. If you're watching a YouTube video and you see something cool you like, you're going to have to add a repo, which means you're going to have to manually type the source in. So some of them are already added on there, but if you're going to add one, you're going to go in here and type in the source of the repo. So probably something a lot of you won't get into. Maintenance, or I'm sorry, update build. Update build area is we update the build once a month, and we do that in the Harley Quinn Wizard. I'll just give you a brief description of it. So we're going to go into build menu. If there's a new update available, you need to know if you're running Kodi 16 or Kodi 17. Any new devices that we're sending out are running Kodi 17. If you have the adult build and you want to update the adult build, you'll just click it. In most cases, you can just say no to the fresh start and it'll immediately start downloading. Grabbing a beer is not required. However, it is recommended. So it takes about 5 minutes to download. And after you download it, it'll force close and you'll have the new build on. Pretty easy. Try to keep it easy. This will take you directly into the build menu. And this one is an Android app installer. Anytime we find cool stuff that we want to pass on to you, and it's an app being outside of Kodi, we'll put it in here. Some cool stuff in there. We'll get into that with later videos. Paradox Wizard. I've been part of the Paradox group for quite a while, and there's always the option of installing Paradox, so I leave the Wizard in there. That's completely up to you. It's not something I'm going to get into. Maintenance, all the maintenance is handled automatically. However, if your system is acting up, one of the first things you may want to try to do is go ahead and do all three of these: clear cache, delete thumbnails, purge packages. You are safe to do all three of them. The automated system won't kick in until the files get to a specific size. If you want to delete, say yeah. Right. So if it's acting up, sometimes doing the maintenance will help. So that's pretty much my quick tour. I will show you one other thing real quick. If Kodi locks up, which it occasionally does, it's program and programs misbehave, you can hit the home button on the remote, and that should take you directly back to the Amazon side, and then you can go all the way over to settings, and then applications. From the bottom of that menu, manage installed applications, find Kodi, and go ahead and force stop. That'll kill Kodi in the background if it locks up on you. Also, sometimes you get a black screen in Kodi. If that happens, just hit force stop, and you won't see any reaction on the page, but as long as you clicked it, it should close it. And then clear cache. You'll see on the right side that cache line went to 12. That means it did clear all the cache. And we're just going to launch application again. And hopefully that should correct the black screen. Again, just Kodi acting up. It does happen. Takes a few minutes to do the processes, so just be a little patient with it. So pretty cool. So Latin add-ons, I'll show you one more thing here. For the Spanish, this is an external app, IPTV Latino. Works very well for Spanish content. So live channels, they are in alphabetical order. So if you're looking for Univision or Telemundo, they're going to be close to the bottom of the list. You can go into this menu in the upper left-hand corner. So they do some movies, and then you can separate by category: sports, movies, kids, entertainment. You can also do it by country. So cool little app for Spanish. Get out of it. A lot of Spanish content in these guys. Cool. So that should give you the basics to get you started. Hopefully you have fun with it.